fellow mutants, welcome back to another video, and we're going to talk about how some people want to gender swap James Bond. Now, I'm not exactly the biggest James Bond fan. I'm not saying that I hate it, because I've seen the Daniel Craig James Bond, and I like it. I never really seen the old school James Bond, but just because I liked the Daniel Craig James Bond movies, I am not going to say I'm a James Bond fan, because for me, personally, I would rather watch the old school James Bond movies first before I officially call myself a James Bond fan. With that said, I think the whole gender swapping James Bond is kind of stupid. Because I think it's been like over the last 40, 50 years, James Bond has always been a man. I'm not saying that it wouldn't work with a female, but what's the point of even changing James Bond into the female? Why? Because you just want to see a female Bond? If you want to see a female Bond, then they could write in, especially the Daniel Craig James Bond, because he's a current James Bond. You could have him have like a sister or a cousin. I might have said this on this channel before, like mentioned this on this channel before, on the group channel I'm in charge of. But James Bond should just remain a dude. Maybe like the third James Bond movie, assuming that there is going to be a third James Bond movie with Daniel Craig, introduce that he has a sister or a cousin, a female cousin, right? And maybe towards the end of that movie, have it where James Bond dies and leaving his cousin or sister to be the new James Bond. You can even have him marry someone and his wife being the new 007. Like, James Bond somehow dies in the movie towards the end, in the final battle, possibly. Either James Bond's wife, girlfriend, slash, can't even, well, kind of defeat the whole purpose of the girlfriend, wife, cousin, that's the same last name, or sister, assuming the role of 007. And, carry on James Bond's legacy. At least trying to. That will be an okay and good way to pass the torch from James Bond to a female Bond, if you really want a female Bond. But just changing James Bond into a female, especially for the hell of it, is stupid. I generally find that stupid. Because, like I said, I'm not going to say I'm a James Bond fan exactly, but I do like Daniel Craig James Bond movies. And just, you don't need to gender swap every person. Like, just for example, Wonder Woman. Would you gender swap Wonder Woman to like the Wonder Man? Would you gender swap Gal Gadot with a male version of Wonder Woman? Or the Henry Cavill Superman, gender swap him for a female Superman? Which I'm aware there's like a Supergirl and possibly a Superwoman, but just gender swapping the actual character of Superman just for the hell of it. Gender swapping Nightwing. I don't really know if there's any female Nightwings, but are you going to say you want to gender swap Nightwing for the hell of it? Are you going to say that you want to see a male Princess Leia? Or a female Han Solo? Or a female Luke Skywalker? Or a female Darth Vader? Like, to be honest, you can kind of get away with a female Darth Vader by having someone else a female being a Darth Vader suit, so you can kind of get away with it. You know, still be cringy as hell, but still. Point being, James Bond should just be a man. Point blank. He shouldn't be changed genderly at all. He has always been a dude. He should stay as a dude. I have literally no problem there being a female Bond. But what I do have a problem is people wanting to change James Bond into a female. And I just want to look at everybody who wants James Bond to be a gender swapped into a girl, saying, really? Come on. And I've heard some people want Indiana Jones to be gender swapped. I said, come on. I only seen the Indiana Jones movie with Shia LaBeouf in it. I've been wanting to watch the Indiana Jones movies. I haven't really haven't gotten around to it, partially because of laziness. Like every opportunity I had, I've been lazy. But even Harrison Ford doesn't want Indiana Jones to be gender swapped, per se. Or I think he said no new Indiana Jones or something like that. But I think I also heard where he did not want a female Indiana Jones because I think he found that stupid. Regardless, going back to the main subject, James Bond is a girl. Stupid. It's honestly stupid. I'm not trying to trash anyone here. I'm just giving you my honest, blunt opinion that might sound harsh. But I'm coming from a caring place. James Bond does not need a gender swap, just like with Indiana Jones. James Bond is okay being a dude, and he'll always be okay being a dude. If you want some way of James Bond, like there being a female Bond movie, have it be a continuation in the James Bond story. Have it where James Bond marries someone, or potentially has a daughter, or has a sister, or some sort of relative. It could be a sister, an aunt, a cousin. And maybe in that James Bond movie where they introduce James Bond's wife or relative, they can kill James Bond off, like I said earlier, making the rest of the movie about pretty much James Bond's wife or relative, per se, and then have the next movie be full-on female Bond. I'll be more okay with that. And it would make a lot more sense than, hey, we're going to gender swap James Bond just for the hell of it. And then the same thing can go for Indiana Jones. If you want a female Jones, have Indiana Jones have a daughter or have a niece. Something, but leave Indiana Jones and James Bond the genders that they are, because there's literally no need for that. I mean, there are some of you that are hardcore Star Wars fans, right? That's why I brought in Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, Han Solo. How would you guys feel if they gender swap those characters? Leia into a dude, Luke and Han into females. How would you feel about that? Some of you might be huge Ninja Turtle fan. How would you guys feel if they gender swapped literally the 4 Ninja Turtles? The Shredder and Splinter. Just for the hell of it. They can't really gender swap April O'Neil and Casey Jones because they'll practically be just each other. Per se. If you get what I mean. Pretty much. I'm not saying that exactly, but pretty much. But yeah. I just find this to be extremely stupid. So, and you can kind of say that they kind of played around with that idea in the second Scooby-Doo movie with Shaggy, but he wasn't really a girl in that scene where he kind of like changed personalities and stuff like that. He was still technically a dude, but there was this one part of the second Scooby-Doo live-action movie where Shaggy had a body of a lady, but you can still tell that he was Shaggy, a dude, overall. Anyways, point being, if you're going female James Bond is stupid. In my opinion, like female James Bond is stupid. If you want a female Bond, have it where they're James Bond's wife or some relative. Whether it is an aunt, a niece, a cousin, or depending on how old James Bond is, he could potentially have a daughter. And regardless, they could, if they do decide to kill off James Bond, or if James Bond decides to retire, maybe that person can take up the mantle of James Bond, of 007. But still being their own person, besides being a female replica of James Bond. That's where I'm getting at. And again, this is not me trying to trash anyone. It's just, I generally find them gender swapping James Bond to be completely idiotic and stupid. And there's no use for that. Anyways, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that there should be a female James Bond? Or do you guys think, like I believe, think there should, if they want a female James Bond, or do you guys think there should be a female James Bond, or do you guys think there should be a female Bond? Like a original character that is a female Bond, if they decide to go the female Bond route. Let me know in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys soon.